John Cena gets his title shot against the current WWE Champion and Paul Heyman guy, CM Punk. There should be a comma in there between Heyman guy and CM Punk. Anyway, hi. My name is Attack Slug. This is my showcase, Let's Play, 2K showcase. Gonna hit X, and it's gonna load. So here we are. It is Night of Champions, and it is the WWE Championship match. And we're going to skip Justin Roberts here to get into the match. And here we go. Once again, John Cena, CM Punk. We're playing as John Cena. And the first thing that happens is to be reversed. Because obviously CM Punk is a better wrestler than John Cena. So, that's fun. We're already getting our ass kicked because why not? I'm pretty sure I was on time with that reversal. Not too late, but what the hell do I know? Come on. Can you let me get in? Come on, too late. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we can actually get back on track here. We have to critically damage Mr. CM Punk. I think it is interesting now to look back when they do like the video package stuff between Punk and AJ and be like, hey, they totally got married. And they totally both left the company, so It is interesting looking back at that stuff. In retrospect. But obviously today is Tuesday. I have not watched Raw yet. I usually watch Raw on Tuesday nights. So I don't really have any comment as to what happened on Raw this week from London. But I am sure they were big pops for, you know, Barrett and Neville and perhaps Regal if he you know, just actually showed up or not, but have not watched it. What am I doing? Oops. I should have done the 5-knuckle shuffle. Why didn't I do it? Why did I pick him up? I don't know. I'm not thinking clearly, apparently. Nope, let's do some of this. Side Russian leg sweep. Then signature. And we'll just keep giving him the same, you know, 5 moves of doom to get him critically damaged. Come on, let's give you attitude adjustment. Here we go. Apple juice! Onto the floor. You get out of the ring and you put him back in the ring. That's what you do. Cena doing a suicide dive. Yeah, okay. Now, how did that give Punk his signature? How did that bump him up to over 100% for his signature? That's bullshit. Like, obviously, that's history, and in terms of how the game's going to handle it. But come on. Move, Paul Heyman. In my goddamn way. Boo! Yay! Boo! Yay! So the only thing missing here in this game that really I've noticed, and considering how much of the game they've done right by, how is it that they have not programmed the crowd to chant "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks"? How is that not in the game? Like, to be honest, the crowd really doesn't chant a whole lot, and like I understand on a certain level, you don't want the chants being out of date. But how long has the crowd been doing "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks"? Like how many years? I think it won't go out of date anytime soon. On that stuff, so that's strange to me. And I know specifically a game that did do the chanting stuff, and they did it wrong, but a game that did do the chant stuff was WWE All-Stars. Had crowd chanting. Now, most of it was inaccurate. Like, the crowd was going, Cena, Cena. Like, they've never done that, ever. I think they were chanting, "You can't see me," which also was kind of, you know, a thing that didn't ever happen, but I mean, obviously they used to do it along with him when he was doing his, you know, when he was a face and was doing that, but never during a match, like just when he was just, you know, on the offense or whatever. But the fact that they had not had the crowd do "Let's Go Cena, Cena Sucks," which is such a staple of every John Cena match, and that is not in the video game, is really weird. But yeah, I think certainly getting more crowd chants, and I think what would be really cool, rock bottom. What would be interesting and accurate, not that WWE would ever admit this, but if they had certain crowds reacting more than others, like they do in real life. Like if you were in like a hot city like Chicago or New York or, you know, Miami, and that crowd's going fucking nuts, and then you're in like, you know, Des Moines, and you're in Milwaukee, and just the crowd is just, you know, or specifically Memphis, Tennessee during Fastlane, where the crowd sat on their fucking hands the whole goddamn show. That'd be a bit of accuracy that, perhaps, you know, I would appreciate, but most people, you know, I guess, either wouldn't notice or wouldn't care. But obviously, they would never admit that not all their crowds are great, when a lot of their crowds just aren't great. Like, you're going to a live show, do something. Into the corner. There we go. Damn it. Get up. Asshole, get up. Really? Okay, I let him go. Specifically because I want to grapple him in the corner. Alright. No, grapple him in the... God damn it! You fuckface. That is not what I wanted to do. At all. I have 2 finishers stored up right now. And all I gotta do is grapple him into the corner for the next little event thing, and it's not gonna let me do it, is it? Get... Circle! There we go. Grapple in the corner. Okay. Going up for the big suplex. Nope, he's gonna fight back. Gonna knock him off. That was hilarious. Cena's like, oh. I dropped the fucking controller. Did I miss something here? Ref saying nope, didn't happen. Didn't happen. Sorry, John Cena. Look at the ref. Yeah, listen to this crowd. Even in his hometown, people don't like John Cena anymore. Wait, what happened? Yep, make the call, Justin Roberts. Therefore... Oh, draw. That's fun. Yep, that's me. Still champion. That's one of those old school things that they don't do very often anymore. So I always appreciate when guys will go back and watch old tapes and go, hey, what were the things that used to work in the past that could you know, still work in the quote-unquote modern era? And doing the whole it's a draw because both shoulders are on the mat is certainly one of those things. But I think they try too hard to overthink themselves sometimes with the way they book match finishes, when there are certainly all kinds of match finishes that got used in the past that don't get used anymore. And now we're in a video package, so you're seeing black and I'm seeing CM Punk hitting John Cena with the title while Cena wears the pink wristbands, so it must be October. And so we're getting this video package of CM Punk as the champion. And this was when Cena had his elbow thing and had to go out for his elbow thing. And then it was going to be Ryback. If I'm not mistaken, yep, it's Ryback. So this is where we get the Brad Maddox turn, as Brad Maddox was the referee. This was the original push for Ryback when he was over as hell, and then people were like, wait a minute. People actually, like, they are, yeah, he's good, but, and then apparently he worked really sloppy, so apparently he was green, or as he would say, up dumb as fuck. So he went, they pushed Ryback so hard, so fast, that you gotta wonder why people had turned on him for a bit, because it's just all of a sudden he's in the main event at pay-per-view. So this was kind of their placeholder until they could, have that thing with The Rock at the Rumble. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. And then we're back here. I guess we're going to Hell in a Cell, which is going to be tomorrow's episode, because I got to film some more Bloodborne today, so I got to keep my voice at a certain level, to not, be the voice of the voiceless. Haha. And here's CM Punk in another Gracie hoodie that doesn't actually have any kind of a logo on it, because, it's a WWE game. Can't be having that, just like Brock Lesnar does not have any of the Jimmy John's logos on his stuff, which is also, like, you can buy the Brock Lesnar shirt on WWE Shop Zone, and they don't have the Jimmy John's logo. It is not accurate. I want an accurate Brock Lesnar shirt, because I want to go eat at some Jimmy John's. So we're going to watch this little intro stuff. I want to see, when they go to the ring, is the referee noticeably going to be Brad Maddox? I'm going to assume that it is, because, they are doing pretty okay on matching the accuracy of what these should be. But it remains to be seen whether or not that's actually going to be the case. Or if it's just, here's generic referee, by the way, it's Brad Maddox. Because you can't not acknowledge, obviously the end of that match, because, yeah. And then it was like Brad Maddox and the Shield, and then that whole thing happened, and that was real weird. And it was like, well, who brought in the Shield, and who hired them, and that stuff got real. It got more complicated than it should have been. But that, a lot of the time, is wrestling for you. So here is CM Punk continuing to gloat as Justin Roberts stands like a goddamn statue. And then here comes Mr. Feed Me More. Feed me more. More. I do like the, wake up! The big guy. This was before he called himself the big guy. But I enjoy when he was a bully, like backstage. That stuff was hilarious. When he was a big bully, but he was like against bullies, which is really funny. I don't like bullies.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryback's first championship match and his first Hell in a Cell match. Is there pressure? Of course there's.
He went back to the mid card after this match, so yeah, there's pressure. Right back to the mid card. And then they had him in a tag team with Curtis Axel. And they were Rybaxel and had matching beanies, and that was amusing. And then just when they were starting to get over, he got hurt. And then it's like he came back and they weren't a tag team anymore. Yep, that is totally Brad Maddox. That is it. He looks awkwardly out of place as a referee because it's Brad Maddox. Like, this is actually, I don't think I watched this live. I think I was somewhere else and I was not in town, this was obviously before the network was a thing. So I was not in town and did not have a chance to watch this live. So now I get to relive it here in the video game. I don't think I ever went back and watched it for some weird reason. Like, sometimes you get just so busy, the prospect of having to sit down and watch another 3-hour show in the course of your week is just too much. And from what I heard, it wasn't a very good pay-per-view, so I was just like, I'll skip it. So no, I don't, like, now that I had the network, I should go back and watch it, but I probably won't, because I got too much other stuff to do. So, we're going to go into the match here, and then we're going to hit pause, and that's going to be the end of that chapter. I'm playing as Ryback. Alright then, so, going to hit quit, going to hit yes, going to see that fancy Hell in a Cell logo, and there we go, the Monster Ryback. So, that will be tomorrow's episode of this Let's Play of the 2K Showcase mode. As always, I am your host, Attack Slug, and stay tuned, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel, and I'm out.